Good morning everyone and welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the biggest celebrity dramas and shocking moments in TV history, and today we are talking about one of the most explosive incidents that supposedly rocked British morning television, the alleged moment when Simon Cowell was kicked off Lorraine Kelly's show after a fiery exchange that left everyone stunned. Now before we get into the details, let me just say that this story has been circulating online with sensational headlines claiming that the music mogul, known for his blunt criticism on shows like American Idol and Britain's Got Talent, clashed so badly with the beloved host Lorraine Kelly that he was asked to leave the set mid-interview. But as we unpack this, we need to look at what really happened, or rather what didn't happen, because after digging through all the available information, it turns out this particular incident with Simon Cowell and Lorraine Kelly doesn't appear to have any basis in reality. There are no credible news reports, no video footage, and no statements from either party confirming that Simon was ever kicked off the show. In fact, Simon Cowell has appeared on Lorraine multiple times over the years, usually to promote Britain's Got Talent or his other projects, and those interviews, while sometimes candid, have never escalated to the point of him being removed from the studio. Lorraine Kelly is known for her warm and friendly interviewing style, rarely getting into heated confrontations, especially with guests like Simon, who she has interviewed pleasantly on several occasions, discussing topics like his health, his family, and his work in the talent industry. So where did this title come from? Why are there so many stories floating around about celebrities being kicked off Lorraine's show? Well, it seems like this is part of a trend of clickbait YouTube videos that use exaggerated or completely fabricated drama to attract views. There are countless videos with titles like Piers Morgan kicked off Lorraine Kelly's show, or Ricky Gervais kicked off or even Ian Cullen and Michael Caine, all claiming fiery clashes that end with the guest being removed. But in most cases these are either heavily edited clips taken out of context or outright inventions designed to go viral and generate ad revenue. The same seems to apply here, with the Simon Cowell version popping up in search results but leading nowhere substantial when you look for evidence. Meanwhile, Simon Cowell has been in the news lately for very different reasons, like his new Netflix docuseries called Simon Cowell: The Next Act, where he's searching for the next big boy band, similar to how he formed One Direction years ago. And there have been some tense moments shown in the trailer with his fiancée Lauren Silverman, but nothing involving Lorraine Kelly. So if you're here expecting a blow-by-blow account of a real fight, sorry to disappoint, but let's use this as an opportunity to talk about why these fake drama stories spread so easily in the age of social media, and how important it is to fact-check before believing everything you read online, especially with sensational headlines that promise shocking revelations but deliver nothing but disappointment and wasted time. Instead, let's appreciate the real interactions we've seen between Simon and Lorraine, which have been professional and lighthearted, showcasing his witty personality and her charming hosting skills without any need for manufactured conflict. Now let's shift gears a bit and explore who Simon Cowell really is, for those who might not know his full background, because he's been a fixture in entertainment for decades, starting out as a music executive before becoming the tough judge we all know from talent shows. He rose to fame internationally with American Idol, where his harsh but honest feedback made him both loved and hated by viewers. Then he brought that same energy to the X Factor in the UK, creating massive stars like One Direction, Little Mix, and Leona Lewis. His eye for talent is undeniable, and he's built an empire through sicko entertainment. But lately he's been opening up more about his personal life, especially after some health scares like breaking his back in an e-bike accident a few years ago, which led him to overhaul his lifestyle with strict diets and routines, as seen in his recent Netflix series. And speaking of personal life, he's engaged to Lauren Silverman, with whom he has a son named Eric, and they've been together for over a decade now, with Lauren even recently changing her name to Cowell in anticipation of their wedding, though they joke it might take forever at the rate they're going. On the other hand, Lorraine Kelly has been a staple of British morning TV for over 30 years, hosting her ITV show with a mix of celebrity interviews, lifestyle segments, and current affairs. She's beloved for her down-to-earth Scottish charm and ability to put guests at ease even when discussing tough topics. She's rarely involved in controversy, and when she does stand her ground, it's usually usually in defense of important issues like women's rights or health awareness. So imagining these two in a fiery exchange that ends with Simon being kicked off just doesn't align with their public personas or past interactions. In fact, past appearances show Lorraine gently teasing Simon about his appearance changes or his bike accident, scolding him in a motherly way to wear a helmet, but always with humor and affection, never escalating to anger or rejection. From the set, this contrast highlights how fake news or clickbait can twist harmless or non-existent events into something dramatic for clicks, and it's worth noting that similar fake stories have targeted other celebrities, pairing them with Lorraine because her show is so popular, and the idea of a clash on live morning TV is inherently shocking. But in reality, morning shows like Lorraine's are carefully produced to avoid such chaos, as it would harm the light and positive atmosphere they're known for. Producers screen guests and questions to keep things smooth, and any real tension would be edited out or handled off air long before it reaches the point of someone being asked to leave. So this alleged incident fits perfectly into the pattern of misinformation designed to exploit curiosity about celebrity feuds, while the real drama in Simon's life right now revolves around his comeback attempts and reflecting on past successes, like spotting Kelly Clarkson's potential in just 10 seconds during her American Idol audition, something he recently discussed in interviews. Diving deeper into why these clickbait stories thrive, let's consider the psychology behind them. People love drama, especially when it involves high-profile figures clashing, because it humanizes them and makes for entertaining gossip. In the past, tabloids filled this role, but now YouTube and social media algorithms reward sensational content, pushing these videos to the top of search results even if they're baseless. The titles are crafted to trigger curiosity with words like "kicked off," "fiery exchange," or "stormed out," promising a spectacle that rarely materializes inside. Often it's just recycled footage from old interviews with ominous music and voice-over narration, hyping up minor disagreements as major blow-ups. In the case of similar videos about Piers Morgan, for example, some stem from actual tense moments but exaggerated, while others are pure fiction, and the same template gets reused with different celebrities' names swapped in to create a series of videos that farm views indefinitely. This is why when you search for the Simon Cowell Lorraine incident, you mostly find these YouTube thumbnails but no articles from reputable sources like BBC, Daily Mail or The Guardian reporting on it, because it simply didn't happen. Instead, legitimate news about Simon covers his reflections on past shows, his family life, or criticisms of his new Netflix project, which some reviewers called sad and bleak, focusing on him seeming out of touch in today's music industry. But even those stories are grounded in actual events, like the tragic death of Liam Payne during filming, which affected Simon deeply, as One Direction was one of his biggest successes. Lorraine, on the other hand, continues to host her show successfully, interviewing a wide range of guests from politicians to pop stars, always maintaining her reputation as one of the nicest people in TV. So fabricating a feud between her and Simon not only lacks evidence but also doesn't make narrative sense given their mutual respect in past encounters. For instance, when Simon appeared to promote BGT, he and Lorraine chatted amiably about the judges and auditions with no sign of animosity, and viewers commented more on his changed appearance due to weight loss and possible cosmetic work rather than any conflict. This reminds us to be skeptical of viral stories, especially those that sound too perfectly dramatic, and to seek out multiple sources before sharing or believing them, because spreading misinformation can harm reputations unnecessarily, even if the individuals involved, like Simon and Lorraine, are thick-skinned from years in the public eye. To give some context on real TV moments that have gone wrong, there have been genuine heated interviews over the years, like when Piers Morgan had actual clashes on various shows or when guests walk off, but even those are rare on morning TV, which prioritizes feel-good content over confrontation. Lorraine's show in particular is designed for a daytime audience looking for light entertainment, news and inspiration, so a full-blown argument leading to a guest being kicked off would be unprecedented and widely reported by every media outlet if it occurred. Yet for the supposed Simon Cowell incident, there's nothing: no paparazzi photos of him leaving angrily, no tweets from witnesses, no follow-up comments from Lorraine addressing it, which is what usually happens after real scandals. Instead, the story evaporates upon closer inspection, pointing clearly to it being manufactured content. Meanwhile, Simon has had his share of real controversies, like his blunt judging style upsetting contestants or past allegations around talent show workings but nothing involving being removed from Lorraine's set. He's also been candid recently about his vulnerabilities like dealing with depression after losing his parents and how fatherhood changed him profoundly, crediting his son Eric with saving him emotionally and discussing therapy for the first time publicly. These honest moments in interviews and his docuseries paint a picture of a man evolving rather than the abrasive figure from his early Idol days, and Lorraine has interviewed him during these phases with empathy, asking about his health recoveries from accidents and his excitement for new projects, always keeping the tone supportive. This positive history makes the idea of a fiery exchange culminating in him being kicked off even less plausible, and highlights how clickbait preys on outdated perceptions of Simon as always confrontational when in reality he softened over time, especially post-health scares and becoming a dad. So if you're disappointed that this drama isn't real, perhaps take comfort in knowing that the entertainment world has enough genuine stories without needing to invent more, like Simon's ongoing quest to find new talent or Lorraine's enduring success as a host beloved by millions. Looking ahead, what might the future hold for both Simon Cowell and Lorraine Kelly? Well, Simon is betting big on his Netflix series, hoping to rediscover that magic of creating global stars, though reviews have been mixed, with some critics saying it feels dated compared to modern music discovery via social media, but he's determined, calling it possibly his last big chance to prove he still has the touch, and personally he's planning a wedding eventually, joking about his routines driving Lorraine nuts but showing a happier, healthier side with intermittent fasting, early dinners and family time. Lorraine meanwhile continues to thrive on ITV, with her show consistently drawing strong ratings and her being honored for contributions to broadcasting. She's expanded into other projects like books and podcasts, maintaining her status as a national treasure, unlikely to risk that with unnecessary on-air battles. So no fiery exchanges on the horizon there. Instead we can expect more wholesome interviews if Simon returns to promote your endeavors, perhaps discussing how fatherhood influences his judging or new health habits, and Lorraine will likely continue gently ribbing him in her signature style, keeping things fun and friendly. This contrast between fabricated drama and real wholesome TV is a good reminder of why morning shows like Lorraine's remain popular. They offer escapism without the toxicity of constant conflict, and in an era where news can be overwhelming, viewers appreciate that reliability, which is why invented scandals fall flat when scrutinized, because the audience prefers authenticity over exaggeration. Ultimately, this non-story about Simon being kicked off serves as a cautionary tale about consuming media critically, asking questions like, does this have video evidence, was it reported by journalists, or is it just a thumbnail's promising shock without substance? And by doing so we can enjoy real celebrity insights like Simon reflecting on Kelly Clarkson's win, or spotting talent quickly without getting sidetracked by fakes. In conclusion, while the title Simon Cowell kicked off Lorraine Kelly's show after fiery exchange sounds like it could be an epic TV moment worthy of a long breakdown, the truth is far less exciting. It's likely just another piece of clickbait designed to lure viewers into watching a video that recycles old clips or narrates fiction for profit, and with no evidence from reliable sources we can confidently say this didn't happen, leaving us with the real appreciation for both personalities: Simon's incredible career in shaping pop music and his personal growth, and Lorraine's warm presence brightening mornings for decades. If you're interested in actual drama from Simon's world, check out his Netflix docuseries for behind the scenes of his boy band search, complete with real tensions but family-related, not interview-related. Or tune into Lorraine for genuine chats with stars. And remember, next time you see a shocking celebrity headline, pause and verify, because not everything viral is true, and often the real stories are interesting anyway. Thanks for watching this deep dive into debunking the myth. If you enjoyed learning about this and want more fact checks on celebrity rumors, hit like, subscribe and comment below with any other titles you've seen that seem suspicious. We'll investigate those next. Stay skeptical, stay entertained, and see you in the next video.